The question is the odds against a husband who is 45 years old is 7 is to 5, and odds against his wife who is 36 years old is 5 is to 3. Find the probability that at least one of them will be alive 25 years. Now, how will we solve these types of questions where odds against and favor is given in the question? For example, if odds against are given in this way, m is to n, and its favor is given m is to n, then here the probability of favor, that means probability of event happening, is, if it is against, then this is the probability of event which is happening, that is n over total probability m plus n. That means total probability in this case, how will we find? Total probability we find m plus n. Okay. So when it is given as against, then for example I will take it as p is to q. Okay. Now for this case, odd against is given, then this is of the event happening. That means event can be completed. Then n when the event is happening, and probability when event is not happening, then its probability is m over m by n. If in the question it is given odd against and the ratios are given as m is to n. But for example, if in the question is given favor of the probability and ratios are given in this way, then the total probability is p plus q, and for this case probability of event happening, that means event occur, is p upon p plus q, and event does not occur is q upon p plus q. When in the question it is given that the ratio of favor, okay, and the total probability is we have to sum up the two given ratios. Now I am just coming on our question. Then according to our question, for the husband, the odd against are given, and which is 7 is to 5. Now the probability that the husband will alive is, it is odd against, so 5 over 7 plus 5, which is equal to 5 upon 12. Similarly, that husband does not alive is equal to 7 upon 7 plus 5, which is equal to 7 by 12. Now similarly, we will find for the female, that means for the wife, and odd against in this case is given as 5 is to 3. Then total probability is what? 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8. Now that she was living, that means she was alive, is 3 over 8, and she does not alive is 5 by 8. Now whenever the question is asked the probability that at least one of them will alive, that means we have to consider for the alive case, that whether one of them is alive, we have to find that probability. But here in the question, when it is given in this form, at least one of them, then we firstly find the probability that they don't lie and that they don't alive. No one is alive for after 25 years, and then we subtract it with the 1 and find out the proper probability. I am going to explain how will you solve this. Okay, now the probability that they do not alive, firstly find that they do not alive for both husband and for both wife. Now for the husband case, he does not alive is 7 by 12. Okay. And for the wife, she does not alive 5 by 8. So we get 35 over 96. But when there is a question, at least one of them alive. So for that, at least one of them alive, we find 1 minus probability that they do not alive. Always use this formula, otherwise the answer is wrong. 1 minus 35 over 96. So when we take out the LCM, we get 61 over 96. And the option number 1 of our question is correct.